Alright, welcome back everybody. Dirk the Red Panda here with Fortnite Sins in Paradise. Nah, I'm kidding. We play in Tennis Ace. So this has been my first week of winter break. Not much has happened other than me uploading 2 videos. Good job, self, doing 2 videos in the span of a week. Damn, really pushing myself. Nah, kid, but it's something that I've been in a conundrum with my channel's direction lately, and I really don't know what I want to do now. Like, I feel like I've just been doing the same old stuff, and, it's alright, but it's not, like, it feels like it might be boring you guys out, because I'm just doing Adastra, Tennis Ace, and Password over and over again, and I'm not too interested in playing many other visual novels at this time. Like, I might be going in a direction where I might post a different type of content where I'm not sure if I want to spoil it yet what I'm doing, but it'd be more of like a commentary, documentary-esque type of video. So, yeah, not too sure about that. And like I said, depends on, what happens in life, my real life stuff. So, other than that, I'm just pretty much trying to rest too. School's off, so might as well not go crazy trying to overwork myself. So yeah, that's kind of a little recap on how my past few days have been. Just rest, think about doing the video, but then trying to write the script for this new type of video, and then getting stuck. And also trying to figure if I want to draw again. It's been a kind of a weird rut lately. Haven't been drawing enough. Other than that, I do want to give a shout out to one of my Twitter followers and a longtime fan. I'm hoping to pronounce this right because I've known them for a while now, but I keep botching their name. I'm so sorry if I botch this up, but Teushimen, I think it is. Teushimen. Basically, they do a lot of art on Twitter, and yeah, they do a lot of traditional drawing by hand with pencil and whatnot, so it's like, they definitely take it the old school way and don't take any shortcuts, to say the least, with their drawings. The reason I want to give them a shout out is they've been having a rough past month, and I've been talking with them, and I'm keeping them in my prayers and whatnot, even though I'm agnostic. But yeah, he's the type of guy where he definitely deserves more support for what he does, and definitely a hardworking type of person, and definitely wish the best for him. So if you want to, I'll ping his. Let me see if I can ping his Twitter, because I opened it up just so I could pronounce his name right. I'm hoping I'm clicking on his. Okay. Good. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I clicked on his Twitter account instead of the DM. Whoops. But yeah, so I'm pinging his Twitter account here in the live chat, so if anybody wants to follow him, it's Teushimen. He makes a lot of, just hand-drawn arts, and yeah, definitely a good person, so definitely give him a follow, check him out, whatever. They're definitely a great person. Anyway, so this update's gonna be a Keisuke update, and according to Basket, oh shoot, I forgot to DM him. Frick, I told him I'd DM him if, I'd be doing a stream, and I just completely forgot. So I'll be doing that right now. Trying not to break my entire computer system and kill my Wi-Fi as a result of this. But yeah, according to Basket, this update's gonna be a bit longer than the previous updates in terms of content amount. Page 5. this is where we left off, I think. Blah, blah, blah. September 19th, September 20th. Yep. Okay. That is our most previous update. I'm trying to keep everything on one page and doing like 6 saves max. So, yeah. Keisuke is page 5 for me. So, just quickly texting Basket. And perfect. So yeah, I didn't check how many days they're gonna be, but who knows. It feels like Keisuke's content has been a bit short lately, at least in my opinion, just because of things are moving slower with him since he is a shyer character. But I'm really hoping for things to really hit the ground running at this point. Plus, we always get to see more Alex. Everybody loves that. Yes, Gojira, I know, he's the guy who howls in the chat, but yeah, to limit that. And we might get 2 streams. Oh, it is 3 days, wow. Will there be CGI? Every time I play a new update, I don't play it until I do it live, just so I have a genuine first time playthrough and not just like, what is it? So I'm not just like, you know, being bored of, okay, I'm just reading the same thing I played beforehand. Yeah, I want to have some, you know, interest in the material while I go through it. But yeah, depending on how long this goes, or if anything pops up where I am needed of service by my family or whatever, or something happens, then yeah, I'll probably make it. Right now, it's probably just gonna be a single stream. I've been going for, 7 minutes. My recording on my backup is 9 minutes, and unfortunately, it's the same quality as the stream. It's so dumb. You'd think as a recording it'd be like, okay, it's just gonna be like the genuine quality of recording your own screen or whatnot, but guess not. Anyway, I've talked your guys' ears off for about 7.5 minutes, so with all of that out of the way, let's get into the reading. We ended at an ice skate rink at the end of day 22, and I hope that Monday does come soon. And Sunday comes around. It's June. I really wish it was June right now. Oh, I forgot. There's a new background for the house now. This is Yuichi's house, or in our case, Nico's house now. So instead of getting the generic kind of fuzzy background Photoshop type of thing, I think it was Naira that did this. I'm not sure. Maybe Basket will be able to correct me if he joins. But yeah, whoever did this background, they did a great job. They did this and I think another background or something. There's a couple new backgrounds. So, this is new. I idly flipped through the pages of my textbook, not really focusing on anything in particular. I decided to study a little bit before midterms started tomorrow, but so far, I've mad very little progress. I'm mad at my progress. Sorry. Typos, aren't they the best? I already know most of this stuff, but I thought getting a refresher couldn't hurt. To be perfectly honest, I'm just trying to emulate K-kun a little. Trying to act like I care about school. Am I right? Am I right, people? Hashtag relatable. Oh god, I can't believe I said that. I sorta envy his diligent attitude towards everything. Something I wish I had personally. Probably ain't gonna get into that. It reminds me of how I used to be that way when I was a kid. I was able to force myself to sit down and get things done, even though I hated doing it more than anything. What happened to all the discipline I used to have? Oh, there he is. The young boy. Man, I keep forgetting what Aki's sprite looked like before. Like, I swear to God, it was different before this. I'm not sure. Does anybody remember Aki's old sprites? Like, it feels like it's always been this, but I could be wrong. So, what a surprise. I can't believe you're actually studying. Aki comes down from the stairs, looking over my shoulder at my textbook and notes. To be honest, neither can I. Whoa, you actually agree with me? Do you have a fever or something? That's kind of harsh. You're being surprisingly agreeable today. What's up? I'm trying to be a little more like Keikun. Like Keisuke-san? How so? Well, I just kind of admire and envy his straightforward attitude. No matter what it is, he has that sort of if I'm going to do it, I'll do my best at it attitude that I seem to lack. Um, is that so? Hey, Aniki, you've been spending a lot of time with Keisuke-san lately, haven't you? Um, I guess so. It kind of looks like you've been watching him a lot more carefully if you've managed to notice that much. Huh? What do you mean? Denser than a cheesecake. Well, you've known Keisuke-san for a little over a year, but until now, I barely hear you talking about him, and I don't remember him ever coming over on his own. Now, all of a sudden, you've been going to visit him. He's been showing up here a lot more, and you talk about him quite a bit too. I do? Oh no, he's found out my secret. Even though I think we told him, like, what is it, like day 16 or way back? I don't know. I'm not sure if he knows about Shoichi, but he definitely would know about Keisuke. I forget if he knows about June. I think he does. Anyway, yeah, it kind of makes me happy. Why would that make you happy? I mean, you just said it yourself, right? You're trying to be more like Keisuke-san. Ever since your last year of junior high, you've started acting like you just don't care about things anymore. I was a little worried. I mean, he used to be really focused and straightforward too. How could I not worry? Oh, do you really think that? Yeah. Oh, great. Now I'm making my little brother worry about me. Oh, brother. I'm sorry. I had to say it. And I think you might be rubbing off on Keisuke-san too now that I think about it. Me? Rubbing off on that guy? No way. Sure you are. I might not hang out with you guys all that much, but he's really different from how he used to act a few months ago. I mean, he smiles a lot more, and he's not as rough around the edges. The last time he came over while I was home, he was even clinging to you. Oh boy. That was just because of the storm. Yes, the love storm. It's not like it had some kind of deep meaning. You say that, but. But. Nothing. Just thinking out loud. Just like that Ed Sheeran song. You're just gonna leave me hanging after saying this much? Sounds about right, yeah. Sometimes you really scare me with how mature you are for your age. It's like an adult wrote this character. This is just a thought, but maybe you should have Keisuke-san come over. You two could study together. Who knows? Maybe his diligence might be contagious after all. I can't just call him out of nowhere and ask him to come over. He has other things to do with his time. It won't hurt to try. It's pretty obvious that you're no longer used to studying, so You might need all the help you can get, especially since you left it for the day before your midterms. What do you mean it's pretty obvious? I'm not used to studying. I can see your notes from here. They're a mess. You've crossed out a bunch of your text, and I can see a lot of unfinished sentences. Well, that doesn't mean anything. My mind was just wondering. This isn't the best I can do. This isn't me at 100% power, and Aki. Uh, no offense, but if your mind is going to be wandering while you're studying, isn't that all the more reason to have someone come over that can help you focus? Ugh, I hate that he has a point. I hate having to spend a Sunday studying. Don't we all? This is your fault for not studying before today. I did study. A little bit. Not that much, though. Enough to maintain my current grades, at least. This is literally me when I study. It's like, if I just keep the grades I have now, then we're fine. And that's how I ended up with all B's my first quarter at university. Yeah, just got those grades back. All B's and one B minus. It's weird because they make the GPA lower for a minus and a bit higher for a plus. My university is weird. So you're lucky you're a quick study. If it weren't for that, you'd be borderline flunking out of school by now. I'm well aware. Just make sure you don't bother Keisuke-san too much. It's unseemly to be having to depend on a junior to get your grades up. You're the one who just told me to call him over. Make up your damn mind. It's okay to ask for a little help, but you shouldn't abuse it. You know I'm not the kind to abuse other people's kindness. It's never too late to start. You know, it's sad that you have so little faith in me. That's just your imagination. I believe in you lots. Uh-huh. Anyway, I'm heading out. Already? You only get just... Hold on. Already? You only just got home this morning. I know, but I want to hit the club for a bit. I'm going to hit the club. It's gonna go partying. No, I'm kidding. Maybe look for a practice partner. Oh, so that's why you've got your tennis gear with you. Of course. What else would I be doing with it? Cosplay? I cosplay as a tennis player. Don't talk to me like that. Anyway, I'll be back in a few hours. Good luck with your studies. Try not to bother Keisuke-san too much, okay? Peace. Somehow, I don't even feel like I'm the older brother anymore. Although he does have a point. I guess it couldn't hurt to check in on Keikun and see what he's been up to. God knows I'm gonna need help if I want to improve my grades. Sending a message feels too impersonal when I'm asking him to drop whatever he's doing and come over. I'll try calling him instead. Hello? The call connects and suddenly I hear Keisuke's voice on the other side. Hey there. Sorry to call all of a sudden. Are you busy? I'm afraid so. I don't really have time to talk right now. I am dealing with rich people problems like being the executive of my Apple ripoff company. Or being the son who's about to inherit it. Whatever. Sorry to bother you. I didn't know. Alright, you just said it yourself. You didn't know. Now, is there anything you wanted? It's nothing big. I just wanted to know if you could come over. Maybe we could study together for a bit. Midterms are tomorrow and all. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm currently tied down with some other stuff I need to do. I can't really leave the estate right now. Did something happen? I'll tell you about it sometime later. I'm sorry, but I'll need to end the call right now. Give me the phone! When will you let me live, mother? Click. I could just imagine that being like Keisuke on the other end. It's just like, when will you let me live, grandmother? Grandmother clicks the phone off. Ah. All right. I hope everything's okay. I'll talk to you later. Beep. Well, that sucked. And on to day 24. No, I'm kidding. I'm looking at the comments, like the last two comments down here that about Aki hitting the club. Oh my god. We had to talk about this. We're like, we need people to stop making Aki older than he is. Please stop sexualizing Aki. A message from Basket and me. But oh god, please hopefully my internet isn't flickering again. Back to but yeah, we're just like, a lot of people seem to do that. People really seem to get off to please don't be Onision. That's all I have to say. Anyway, I wonder what is going on. His voice seemed really serious. Now I'm going to have an even harder time concentrating than I was before. Thanks for the genius idea, Aki. I'm going to run over to the house right now. Or I'm going to run over to the mansion right now. Maybe I should try calling someone else. Shoichi. 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 Yes, I think Shoichi might be studying today. Dang it. Saya doesn't really believe in studying the day before a test, so she's probably relaxing. Saya is just like me. I'll study like maybe a day or two before it, and then I'll take like the last couple of hours or that most of the day off, just so I don't get overwhelmed, because I feel like I mostly know it or I don't for a test. Anyway, but Shuichi rarely ever takes a break. Yeah, I'll try talking to him. Yes! I quickly select his number from my contacts list and listen to the dial tone, waiting for him to pick it up. Huh, it went straight to voicemail. Hopefully his dad is not beating him. Just saying. Ugh, right. He has a habit of turning his phone off when he's studying. Of all the annoying habits to have, what if this were an emergency? And I don't have the number of his landline either. It'd probably be his dad picking up too. I guess I'll try to drop by. Yes! Even in the Keisuke update, Basket gives me fan service. What's the harm in that, right? Please don't tell me this is gonna be something bad. I'll just gather my things before I go so we can already study there. Hopefully Takahiko-san won't be too annoyed that I show up without warning. There aren't many people around the streets at this time of day. The area is already pretty quiet most of the time, and without people coming and going from work or school, it's pretty much a ghost town. Good thing Shuichi doesn't live all that far from me. Not as close by as his previous place, but still close enough. Takes me about 20 minutes to get there. I knock on his door, waiting a few seconds for a response. Yep, it's his dad. Fuck this guy! Fuck this guy! I immediately see the figure of an older husky. Takahiko-san regards me with a raised eyebrow for a second. Nico, what a surprise. Hi there. Good afternoon. Sorry to drop by unannounced. I wanted to talk to Shoichi, but he's not answering his phone.
He is in his room studying. He doesn't have time to be playing around with his phone.
Right. That's what I was imagining. I was hoping he and I could study together. I even brought my textbooks and notes and whatnot. His eyes widen ever so slightly, and Takahiko-san stares at me with stunned silence.
Wait, you mean you're actually trying now?
He holds a finger to his chin, lost in thought for a few seconds.
You did get him to improve his grades quite a bit when you two were younger. I suppose it might work again.
Yeah, sure. He still wants Shuichi's grades to improve? They're already really high. Isn't that a little bit greedy?
Alright, come on in. You know where his room is.
Takahiko-san sits back down on the sofa, pulling out a laptop that was on the coffee table and typing away on it. It's like he lets me in, he completely ignored my existence. I can't tell if that's rude or impressive. He could have at least wished me a good afternoon, too. I knock on the door, but after a few seconds, I hear no response. I try knocking again, this time a little bit louder, but still get nothing. Is he asleep or something? And then I slowly open the door. Please don't be that. Please don't be that. There's no way. Yes, he's here. He's alive. I carefully open the door, peeking in to see what he's up to. I see Shoichi sitting at his desk, earbuds plugged into his computer and writing something down on his notebook. He's definitely studying. Maybe he has music on, and that's why he didn't hear me? Shoichi? I speak a little louder than I normally would. His ears twitch ever so slightly and pulls on of his earbuds off, turning his head around, pulling his earbuds off. Do you need any, Nico? Hey there, sorry for the intrusion. I tried knocking on the door, but you didn't answer, so I let myself in. What are you doing here? I was kinda hoping we could study together. He added, and I kinda needed a presence that could help me stay focused. Study? Wow, I totally didn't see that coming. No wonder Dad let you in. What? Why? Do you think he would have me turned away if he thought I would distract you? I 100% do, yeah. Oh. I didn't think I'd actually be right. Now I feel kinda insulted. And we all here know why we would be insulted. Anyway, I swear to God, if somebody makes a calendar for all the times I say anyway, I would give you a shout out. I would do something for you. Anyway, what are you studying right now? Before I have a question. What is it? How come you just decide to study all of a sudden? That's so unlike you. The bunny made me do it. Why does everyone keep asking me that? Everyone? Aki asked me the same thing earlier today. He acted like it was a big deal when he walked in and saw me studying. Well, considering how much you tease him for being a responsible student, do you really think he'd let pass the opportunity to fire back? Still, it's not like I'm some kind of delinquent or problem child. I also study. Yeah, at 5-minute increments and only on a superficial level. That you're perfectly happy letting yourself be carried by just watching class. Oh, why do I feel like I'm getting talked down to here? Oh, please. Isn't that why you stopped studying with me in the first place? You hate having to put in the effort. Which brings me back to my earlier question. How come? Well, I just thought it would be easier to concentrate if I had someone around who didn't let me slack off. Trust me on that. By the time I'm done with you, you'll be reciting pi to the 14th decimal. Or, no, not the 14th, the 40th decimal. Jesus Christ. Yikes. That's good. And also mildly concerning. Especially considering how that's not even part of your coursework. When I'm done with you, Shoichi's just like, gotta hold back the thirst, hold back the thirst. I'm gonna totally get into your recite pi to the 40th decimal. Shh. Just let it happen. Okay, now you're just being plain creepy. Shoichi, I want to give you a hug, but I can't because I'm on a different route. I came here to study, not to be made fun of. If I wanted that, I'd have stayed at home. But seriously, what changed? Oh my god, you're such a broken record. Can we move forward, please? Fine, fine. Forgive me for wanting a bit of levity. Oh, gotta go back to that line. He does need a lot of levity in this household, I swear to God. So, what are we going to be studying? The works of Aristotle and third-level calculus, multivariable calculus. Nah, I'm kidding. But goddamn, I remember in high school I had to do like converting from X to Y with calculus. It got me out of Calc 2 though, which was pretty nice. And then I got thrown into Calc 3 without having to do calculus for like 6 months. I was going over social studies since that's going to be on tomorrow's tests. Yeah, that's probably smart. Currently looking at philosophy, I called it! Was reading the chapter on Plato and the theory of forms. Close enough. Ugh, philosophy is so boring. Already? I literally only read the chapter name to you. I already regret this decision. A few hours later. And with that, we finish the ancient Greek portion of our philosophy textbook. 1,000 pages later. Thank God. You know, there's a certain irony to be had by exclaiming that while studying Greek philosophers. Ironic. All I know is I'm glad these people died when they did, otherwise this chapter might have been twice as long. Jesus, Nico, that's horrible. Yeah, I'm a terrible person. Sue me. I don't think I like you when you're like this. There is a knocking on the other side of the door. Come in. Oh, I keep forgetting his dad is shorter than him because Shoichi is a tall boy. Takahiko-san opens the door, walking inside while looking around at the room. He's just making sure that Shoichi isn't hiding any porno mags. He's like, are you really studying? Make sure the textbooks aren't filled with porno mags. Oh god. Takahiko-san opens the door, walking inside while looking around at the room. His eyes rest on us for a second and he squints. We've just finished going over philosophy. We were going to get started on economics next. We were? Oh god, spare me from this. Please help. Why do all the worst subjects have to be in the same test? Has a stroke as he walks. Takahiko-san nods, walking towards us. He grabs Shuichi's notes and idly flips through them. Jesus Christ, He's like my dad when he's looking at my brother's notes. Except my brother actually needed the help at the time. But, it's so frustrating when people do this to people that have it all down. Like, Jesus Christ, this guy is in honors, getting A's and stuff, and being the best. And you're still looking through his notes like he's 7. Quickly reading through the important points before moving to the next one. The whole thing seems very bizarre to me, but Shoichi merely stares at his father like this. Like this is the most natural thing in the world. After a couple minutes of this and no words being said, Takahiko-san places the notebook down on the desk.
Not enough notes.
The corner of his mouth quirks up ever so slightly, barely noticeable. It's like he's giving himself an ego stroke. He puts a hand on top of Shuichi's head and idly runs his fingers through it, petting him.
Good boy, Shoichi. That's good. I suppose you're not hopeless after all.
Oh my god! This is horrible! If my parents talked to me like this, I would be in shambles. Like, I would just break. I don't think I would have even made it to university. Like, this is sad. Thank you.
I'm going to order food. I'll call you boys over when it arrives, and then you can take a break to eat. Then back to work.
Sorry, I like adding lines like that in there. Sounds good. I appreciate the offer, but I don't know if I should. I'm usually the one who makes dinner at home. Hiko-san raises an eyebrow, looking at me like I just said something completely absurd.
What about your mother?
Oh god, such traditionalist views must hold back rage. She usually works a lot of overtime every day, so she's rarely home for dinner, let alone to make it.
This is why you need to have a house, so he can do the work.
Sounds like something that he would say next, but holding back on him.
That's unfortunate. Mothers should...
Hold it. This is so frustrating. This is so frustrating.
Mothers should prioritize taking care of the house and the children before all.
So let's go homeless, and then then your mom can take care of us. Wait. What if, in a giant plot twist of events, hear me out on this, Takahiko somehow marries Nico's mom, and so basically we're stepbrothers with Shoichi. And so we're living under the same household, and then basically Nico's mom is just forced to do all the... Oh my god, that would be awful. It'd be such a power move, too. This whole thing rubs me the wrong way. Speaking of grooming, I can understand why he'd think like that, but that's such an antiquated belief. But still, I don't really want to ruffle any feathers. Or any fur. Besides, it's not like I could change his mind even if I tried. If anything, I'd just make this whole situation very uncomfortable. Oh my god. I love the callouts to these other roots. Well, she has to make money to support the house somehow. The older husky sighs, rubbing the bridge of his snout, his left brow twitching a few times.
I suppose that cannot be avoided. You should call your brother and let him know that you'll be late. He can make arrangements.
But I'm sure if it came to it, Aki could take care of himself. And it's just for one night. He can just order food. He has his own allowance. Well, sure he does, but I'm shocked that Shoichi is even going. Usually he'd be the type to tell me to take care of Aki. I mean, yeah, he gets on my case for being overbearing from time to time, but he's not on to tell me to just leave Aki be. This whole conversation feels really weird.
Stay. Studies are more important, and Shoichi is making good progress having you around, so I'd rather you not leave just yet.
Oh god, it's not like I'm here to tutor him, you know? And I couldn't, even if I wanted to. I don't remember a lot of this stuff.
I'll order food. You boys carry on.
Without another word, almost as if he were leaving no room for debate, Takahiko-san leaves the room. It's not like what he said is really wrong. I know he places a lot of value in studying, and insisting that I stay is his way of looking out for me. A little bit too much. But somehow this whole conversation left a bitter taste in my mouth. Sorry about that. Dad can be really strict when it comes to academics, but he means well. I didn't really feel like I had a choice on the matter. Yeah, he kinda has that authoritative tone in his voice. I'm surprised you actually went along with him. I thought you'd try to talk him out of it and would say I needed to go home and take care of Aki. Our doorbell is ringing. My doorbell is ringing. Hopefully it's not... Yep, it probably went through. Yeah, we have a custom doorbell, to say the least. Shoichi being uncomfortable by that doorbell. So... Yeah, I am feeling majorly uncomfortable. Aki is old enough to be able to fix himself dinner. It's not like it's a big deal. Or it's not like it's a big deal. It's not about being a big deal. It's about the principle. I guess. Dad suggested it because he thought it'd be better for you. And for you as well, it seems. Uh-huh. He realizes he's being manipulated by his own father. He said he didn't want me to leave yet because you were making good progress. Which, to be honest, I don't know how I could possibly be helping you here. Well, it's true that I'm having an easier time grasping the material with you around. You are? How? Since I'm having to explain it to you, it forces me to try to articulate my thoughts and as best as I can to make it easy to understand. This is literally me as I tutored two of my housemates this past quarter. I had to tutor one of them statistics, and I had to tutor the other in calculus. It was great. It made me much better, and they really appreciated it. Day 1 has 3 new CGs, 1 for each boy. I do remember this. Yeah, some naughty CGs. That ends up helping me too, since I understand things better that way. Huh, didn't think of that. Yeah, so me helping you study is also helping me to study. Glad I could be useful for something. Come on, don't say that sort of thing. Here, we should probably get started on the next subject. If we're lucky, we might be able to get at least halfway through before dinner break. Oh, I have a feeling I'm going to be stuck here all night. A few hours later. I am so thirsty from this. I need water. Damn, my throat's on fire. And hello, Red Scarlet. Okay, so, God, my whole body is sore. By the time we were able to run through the entire material to Shoichi's satisfaction, it was already almost 11 p.m. Having to sit still on an uncomfortable wooden chair the whole time really makes my back hurt. You really don't have to walk me home, you know. Well, You refused to spend the night, so I thought the least I could do was walk you home. And I'm secretly trying to run away from my abusive dad. But we're not gonna talk about that. And of course, once I was ready to head home, this happened. I'm not a small child, you know. Nobody said you were. For you like I would any other friend. Aw, we're getting closer to Shoichi. Somehow that answer still leaves me dissatisfied. Thanks for coming over today, by the way. Wait, you're thanking me? Shouldn't it be the other way around? You helped me a ton more than I did you. Nah, you're just imagining things. Having you around to bounce ideas off of helped me catch on to the material much faster. I've half a mind to steal you away for the rest of the week to keep studying. You're kidding, right? Please help. What? Doesn't sound like a bad idea to me. It would help both of us tremendously, too. I don't think I could handle an entire week of this. No, please have mercy. Huh? Nothing. I said nothing. As soon as we take a turn on the street, my house becomes visible from the distance. Right away, I notice a car parked right by the entrance. That's weird. Do we have guests or something? Why are you asking me? If you don't know, then how should I? I wasn't literally asking you, just talking out loud. Probably shouldn't do that. People will start thinking you're crazy. You're the only one here. And I'm still people. So be careful I don't start thinking you're crazy. I roll my eyes, grabbing my keys and going for the door. Do you want to come inside real quick? Get some water or something? Sure. I have to admit, I'm also curious to see who's the mystery visitor. It's probably just someone from my mom's work. At 11 p.m., I very much doubt it. I believe anything her work asks her to do at this point. It's Shoichi again! It's Shoichi clone! Shoichi was at the door the whole time. I wait for Shoichi to get in first, and then make sure to close and lock the door behind me. I put the keys on the little door key holder we have by the front door, where I immediately notice my mother's keys are still absent from it. Only Aki's are here at the moment. That's weird. While I'm busy examining and storing my keys, Shoichi finishes taking off his shoes and heads into the living room. I hurry to take my own off and follow suit. Oh my goodness! The big boy is here! Alex is back! And Keisuke. I totally feel like it's gonna be something where Keisuke runs away and Alex is in on the deal, but that's just my prediction. Shuichi's like, competition? Oh no! The first thing I see is a very tall wolf sitting on our sofa with a teeny tiny cup of tea in his hand, his body turned toward the door to see who was coming in. Shuichi stands frozen by the doorway, staring at the scene. Alongside Alex, I also see Keisuke staring at the two of us with a weird look on his face. Is something the matter? He sputters those words out very uncertain. It takes me a few seconds to compute that he's probably a little rattled by the looks on our faces. Rushihara, what are you doing here? I could be asking you the same thing. Isn't it a little late to be showing up to someone's house? Like you're one to talk. That's not what I meant. So, you were out with Shuichi. You could have at least said something. We were worried. Oh shoot, I forgot to call Aki. Womp womp. Worried? Huh? Why would you be worried? And not to mean any offense, but what are you two doing here? I made a gesture towards the two unannounced guests with my chin. Tried to move my chin towards them like, yeah, Look, I felt bad about not having time to talk to you earlier today, so I came here as soon as I was free. I even brought my notes and textbooks. No! The conflict ensues. I look at the seat right next to him, and immediately my eyes are drawn to his school bag. But even with that explanation, the whole thing just sounds too absurd to my mind. You came over at 11 p.m. to study? What? Oh, no, of course not. That would be stupid. I came over at 9 p.m. That sounds like me. I came over at 9 p.m. Then Aki-kun said you weren't home, and I asked if I would want to wait until you arrived. So patient. Okay, I think it's safe to say I've mentally checked out at this point. I just can't. You do know that's just as weird, right? Like, it's not possible that you can't see how friggin' weird that is. I just thought I could help a little. I mean, what about Arata? He's also here late at night. In other words, he is. Don't include me in this. I just came here to walk him home after he spent the day at my place. Jealousy is gonna ensue. Still, you didn't tell me you had asked Arishihara to study with you first. Why would you even do that? You guys are in different years and all. You don't study the same material. Well, Keisuke-san was the whole reason he was even studying in the first place. Oh, somebody's jealous. Huh? Is that so? Aki, for once in your life, are you incapable of keeping your mouth shut? What did I do? It's the truth. Some things are better left unsaid, especially when they are embarrassing. I made you want to study? I think I'm lost. It's not a big... he said since he's spending so much more time with you lately, he's starting to feel inspired by how responsible and diligent you are. That's... I'm flattered. Oh no, we're making Shoichi jealous. Why must we keep killing Shoichi like this? Okay, this time you absolutely did it on purpose, you dick. This is a lot of stuff to absorb all at once. Now that's just wonderful. Aki managed to find a way to brick two people's brains out all at once. Time to brick their brains. Seriously, this isn't a big deal. Don't overthink it. It's still kinda nice to hear. I'm glad our time together has been having such a positive impact. I wasn't even aware you guys were spending so much time together. We're breaking his heart again. Seriously, it's not a big deal. Why is everyone making such a big deal out of it? Well, I guess we have been spending a lot more time together now that I think about it. I'm definitely not complaining about it, though. Shoichi's so bummed. It hurts. I see. Guess I'm a bit out of the loop since I've been too busy to hang out lately. Why must you do this to our mans? Why does the mood feel so awkward all of a sudden? Sheesh, why is everyone so quiet? This isn't a funeral. You really need to learn to be quiet sometimes. Shut up, kid. Shut up, kid. You're one to say that. Hang on. As confused as I already am, I still feel like I need to recognize the huge elephant in the room. It'd be a wolf, I guess. Shuichi's eyes fall into Alex's figure, and he makes a pointing gesture to the wolf. I guess I get why Rishihara is here, but seriously, who is this guy? Oh, I'm his bodyguard. That's not how I would have put it, but I suppose it's true. No, that's exactly the way to put it. You were just going to blabber a lot and try to dodge the question. Right. I think I remember Saya-chan mentioning something about a bodyguard. Although she did describe him being tall like a mountain, so I was expecting a little more. Well, just more. And he's not big enough already? Are you serious? This dude is stacked! That's easy to say when you're also ridiculously tall. He's even taller than you! Shut up, Shoichi. I suppose that's a good point.
My apologies. My apologies. I should have introduced myself first since I'm the only stranger in the room.
Nah, that's quite alright. This whole situation was already pretty confusing, so I don't blame you for feeling awkward. Alex frowns, staring at Shoichi with a slightly confused look on his face. Of course, Shoichi probably wouldn't be able to notice it, but I've kinda gotten used to reading the nuances in Alex's expressions, even if just a little. Like how when he's frowning, that means he's mad, but when he's frowning, that means he's amused, and when he's frowning, he is also thinking about something. Oh yes. Honestly, the real takeaway here is that he frowns a lot. Alex can come off as really intimidating at first, but he's a good guy.
I just feel like I have to put this out there for clarity's sake, but Alex is just a nickname. My name is Alexander.
Nice to meet you, Alexander. I guess you really are as much of a foreigner as you look. Alex blinks a few times, cocking his head slightly to the side.
I look foreign? I thought I blended in well with the locals.
Well, you don't really have any noticeable accent, but you are way taller than a Japanese. You are way taller than a Japanese, and you don't usually see wolves with your fur pattern over here. Oh, this is just a tattoo. It's just like, looks at it, it's like, do you not know what tattoos mean, Shoichi? I'm kidding. Also, the fact that you walk around with an uncovered tattoo of a dead giveaway means he's edgy as frick.
It is. No one ever said anything about it. At least other than the time I was barred from entering a bathhouse because of it.
I have a slight feeling that this might involve a fanfiction with Vic-kun. Just guessing. Tattoos are kind of a Yakuza thing in Japan, so people don't look at them with very good eyes. Or Yakuza thing in Japan. I'm surprised you didn't already know that.
Oh.
He muses over it for a few seconds, echoing a low-pitched humming sound from his throat for a second.
Maybe I should cover it up.
Your tattoo is fine. More than fine, even. It helps you do your job. People avoid you in the street because of it. Well, it's not like the super jacked, tallest sin, always frowning wolf needs any help to look threatening. He already has that covered with or without the tattoo. Anyway, I really should leave. Dad will wonder why I've been gone for so long. And, nice running into you, Urashihara.
Nice running into me?
Are you okay? You usually don't say nice things like that. I'm just fine. Don't worry about it. I'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Might not have time to stop and say hi, though. Have a good night, Shoichi-ni. Thanks for looking out after my brother. Looking after? What the hell do you think we were doing together? You were being a brother, or you were being a bother, of course. You little... Have a good night, too, Aki-kun. I'll talk to you later. Shoichi out towards the entrance, and before I know it, I hear the key turning and the door being opened and closed behind him. He wasted not time at all leaving. Actually, he didn't even say bye to me. We should actually be on our way too.
Already? Yes, well, ideally, I'd have liked to spend more time together, but I can't get home too late, and I did spend 2 hours waiting for you to arrive. I just want to make sure you are alright. To be perfectly honest, I was about to call a few of our family's workers to form a search party. I was out for 2 hours. You're being ridiculous. I guess. I just didn't know you had a habit of staying out so late.
He doesn't actually. I was pretty surprised too. Usually he at least calls beforehand. Or answers his phone. Wait. Answer my phone? Right, I tried calling you before coming over, but there was no answer. I tried some more along with Aki-kun after I arrived, and while we were waiting, but all calls went straight to voicemail. I reached for my phone in my pocket, pressing the power button to light up the screen. Oh, right. Shoichi made me turn it off while we were studying so I wouldn't get distracted. I'm not used to turning it off, so I forgot it completely.
Oh, I suppose that makes sense. I should have thought of that.
Yeah. Shoichi is a special kind of annoying when it comes to studying. Full of all these little rules and regulations. Turning your phone off when you study is super basic. What are you talking about? Shh, nobody asked you, Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy? Do I even want to ask? It's because you always think you're so wonderful. So that's a no.
Anyway, I should really be on my way. I'll talk to you later, Nico.
Right. Sorry you came all this way for nothing.
Nah, nothing to be sorry for. We get to get a smooch. I got to see you, so it wasn't a wasted trip.
Keisuke gives me a quick, gentle squeeze on the shoulder as he passed me by on the way to the door, immediately making my ears twitch and my face grow hot. Right.
The door's already open, so we'll just see ourselves out. Have a good night. Thank you for kindness.
Alex bows to the two of us. Sure. Good night, guys. I quickly follow behind the two, locking the door after saying our farewells. When I get back to the living room, I see Aki has hopped to the bigger couch, flipping the pages of some book I don't recognize. You know, I get that you like to tease me, but we really need to have boundaries about the things you tell others. This is like me with my brother. I swear to God, there's times like this where it's like my brother will just be like, my brother just sleeps in all day and just plays games on his weekends. And it's just like, you don't just say that stuff to people. Like, you don't just talk about how lazy your siblings are. That's not the stuff you talk about. So it always makes me worried if I ever say something to him, because I'm just like, he might just be like, well, my brother does this. and somehow kind of butts it into a conversation. It worries me sometimes. But it's like, he has good intentions. Aki does it totally intentionally, though, so. Yeah. What do you mean? I mean that you didn't have to tell anyone that was feeling inspired by Keiku. Why are you doing air quotes with your fingers? You literally said you were trying to be more like him. They didn't have to know that. This kind of friendship where you hide everything from everyone really doesn't make sense to me. So what if they know that? It's not a big deal. You're saying that now, but the only reason you told them was because you knew it'd embarrass me. Just because I knew you'd make a big deal out of it doesn't mean I agree that it is a big deal. He goes back to flipping through the pages of his book, not even looking at me anymore. Alex pats Aki on the head and sends him through the floor. Oh my god. Okay, that needs to be a fan fiction. Alex body slams Takahiko. That needs to be a fan fiction right now. You need to be a little more honest with your friends. You bottle up things too much.
Why must I be called out in this post?
I'm not taking relationship advice from a 12-year-old. Fine. Feel free to keep floundering about and feeling awkward about everything. Floundering? Where did you even learn that word? It's a bit too advanced for someone your age. I like to read. What are you reading anyway? I circle around the couch, sitting down next to Aki and peering at his book. He closes it, giving me a glimpse of the cover. I thought he was gonna be like, poured inside or something like, oh shit, I did it again. FBI, open up. It's gonna be a comic book on the inside. He's just reading a comic book the whole time. I'm so bad. I'm sorry. It's a simplified version of Macbeth. This kid. Just read the regular Macbeth. I think I have it here still. I don't think I have Hamlet. I have Hamlet here. It's a simplified version of Macbeth. My world literature teacher assigned this to us. So I said screw it and read the actual Macbeth. Shakespeare? That definitely is way too advanced for your grade. It's fine. This one is actually really dumbed down, and I have a hard time enjoying it because all the characters act like what a man in his 40s thinks modern kids talk like. Ugh, I hate that. Yikes. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, reading a character talking modern slang inside a period novel really isn't fun. Kinda kills the immersion, really. Sorry you have to go through that, then. It'll be fine. I'm almost done with it. At least writing the report on the book will be really easy. Book reports are the most tedious things to work on, though. I can think of worse stuff. I can just regurgitate whatever I remember of it on the paper and I'll be sure to do well. That's a somewhat gross way of putting it, but I guess that works. Just make sure you don't stay up late. I'm heading to bed. Don't worry, I'll just finish this chapter and I'll go to sleep. Have a good night. You too. Immediately as I get to my bedroom, I shut the door behind me, turn off the lights, and plop myself down on my bed. I feel so mentally... I got something in my eye. I feel so mentally exhausted after hours of Shoichi drilling philosophy and the likes into my head that I barely have the energy to take off my clothes before sleep. A couple of seconds later, and without getting up from the bed, I dress myself down to my underwear and go under the covers. My head hurts. I'm pretty sure I might just dream of Play-Doh tonight. And that is so clearly not a good thing. Ah, shoot! It is Monday. We will die in finals week. Or midterms. Water break. Ellipses. Murmurs echo all throughout our classroom. Today is one of the most feared days of the year, besides finals. Midterms. Dun dun! A hellish week filled with nothing but the most difficult challenges, breaking the spirits of students all around campus, leaving them nothing more than empty husks derived of their will to live. A week where teachers delight in watching their students' faces contorting with fear, despair, and sorrow. Oh my god, that reminds me of Chems, like the Chems memes of like that Shiba Inu. Oh my god, I need to post an image of that in this chat. Because like, isn't Chems like the Shiba that's like scrunching his face up? Or is it Chums? It might be Chems or Chums. Chums Doge. There we go. Nope, I just found a bunch of platters. I swear to God, I know it's Chums. I think. Where the frick is Chums? I mean, I have a bunch of other regular Doge memes. Might be Chems. I think it's Chems. Ah, where the frick is it? I must find this. This is gonna be a tough one to find. Swear to God, somewhere though. Darius, June's gonna get his updates soon. It's gonna come in a month. But even then, I'll be very sad to see what happens with our boy Shoichi. What the frick is it? Where the frick is it? I'm just gonna... One more search. I swear to God, guys, I'll get done with this soon. Probably not gonna find it. I'm finding so many funny memes, though, through this. Whatever. I swear to God, I'll post it someday. Anyway, back to our reading. When all those who fail to appropriately prepare themselves are handed a cruel dose of reality, staring at questions they'd have no hope of answering. All those around me are now waiting with full dread for the ringing of the ball which announces the end of the road. Just watching their hopes and dreams being crushed as the clock ticks ever closer to the beginning of their worst nightmares makes my heart weep in pity and anguish. Abandon all hope, those who walk into these classrooms. Oh, poor June. He's gonna be the first victim of these finals. Or midterms, I mean. Did you see the latest episode of X-Cross Ninja Stars? Yeah, it was pretty great. I wonder how Sagami is going to squirm his way out of that situation. Right? It's already been really made really clear he's not strong enough to defeat the Demon Lord. Do you think he's going to die? No way. Tomitaka-sensei would never kill him. Sagami's the show's most popular character. Truly the faces of hopelessness and despair. Oh, God. I don't know. What do you think, Nico-san? Huh? Sorry, I was spacing out. What were you saying? Never mind. Never mind. Are you alright? You've been staring at that page for the past 10 minutes without flipping it. Yeah, I'm fine. Just trying to distract myself from my own boredom. I don't even know why you're bothering to try Oh, God. I don't even know why you're bothering trying to study now. We only have a few minutes until the bell rings. It's not like it's gonna do you any good. This is less for the sake of not studying and more so I won't feel so guilty over barely having studied. Oh, is that so? Must be nice being so smart that you don't have to study. Someone's a little bitter. What? Me? No. What? No. How about you?
Did you study at all, June?
That's funny you would ask. Well, first we'd have to understand what it means to study.
You didn't study at all either, did you?
I studied a little bit.
You really have no right to be complaining to me. What were you doing with your time that you didn't even study?
Well, I spent a lot of time preparing for the festival, and then I spent the rest of the time practicing the piano.
Just be careful and don't end up flunking out of your third year again.
I'm not gonna flunk.
It's okay. I'm sure you'll both do well. Everyone's just trying to distract themselves before the test starts. Won't do us any good to obsess about it now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's easy for him to say, though. Gin is among the top 30 students in the third year. He is not the face of despair.
Really?
The mouse smiles awkwardly, scratching his cheek. I suppose that's true.
In that case, shouldn't you be in the same class as Shoichi-san?
Yeah, I did make it into that class, but I turned it down.
Why?
Without me around to keep an eye on him, I don't know if Jin would be able to graduate. Don't tell him I said that, though.
What did you say?
What did he say? I'm sorry. I had to.
I sit right next to you. I heard that.
Oh, hey, Jin. Beautiful weather we're having today, right?
Don't try to change the subject.
Even despite the stress and exhaustion of constant studying, Jin remains as short-tempered as always.
Is it really okay for these two to be bickering right now before the test?
Gin has been tutoring Gin has been tutoring Jin since I've known the two. He's the main reason the guy even got into this school in the first place.
That's not really what I asked. Well, I don't really have an answer for what you asked. Those two are some of the weirdest people I know. It's probably because they're twins. Twins are just weird.
Man, I'm really not looking forward to the tests.
You really should have studied more.
I don't want to hear that from you of all people.
Hey, I might not study a lot, but I still get good grades.
So everyone says. I still remember the results of the mock tests.
We'll probably both do a little bit better than we did in them.
How so?
They usually make the mock tests a little harder than the real midterms to scare students into studying more. Very true.
What? Why didn't anyone tell me that?
Probably because you would have studied even less if you knew. The twins stop bickering just so Gin can cut into the conversation at the best possible timing.
That's not true.
We can all plainly feel... Oh, I can't even read. I am so sorry. We can all plainly tell from the look on your face that it is true. It's not all bad. At least that means you'll have a better chance now.
I don't know whether that makes me happy or sad to hear.
Don't worry, the tests are easy. You just got to know a special little trick. That trick is called cheating.
A trick?
You are not going to teach him how to cheat.
What? But it's super useful. Oh, cheating. Never mind. Suit yourself. Good luck doing senior year again. I'm not going to fail.
Oh no, don't worry him like this. Poor June. Tests haven't even started and his brain is already shutting down. Finally, the final bell rings.
Time is up. Everyone put down their pens and hand their tests in. Hopefully, we won't have a disaster in our hands.
Shiba-sensei smirks when he says so, and a few students groan under their breaths. To this day, I don't know if he makes jokes like these because he's mean-spirited, or if he's really terrible at lighting up the mood. Waves of students pass their tests along to the person sitting in front of them until all stacks make their way to the buck. Instead of the back, it was made... made their way to the... Stupid joke. Shiba-sensei promptly files them inside his file and makes sure all students are accounted for.
Very well. That is it for today. You are all excused. Make sure to come ready for more tomorrow.
Once he says his piece, the buck wastes no time before leaving the classroom. There are a lot of unhappy faces in the classroom as well. A few students immediately get up to make to leave, while others hang around to talk and compare answers. Typical post-test stuff, nothing out of the usual.
How did you do, Nika-san?
It wasn't too bad. Although I'm not very good at social sciences, so my grades might be a little lower than I expected.
I swear, if you said that only to get some really high grades, I am going to scream.
Don't be like that. You'll do fine.
I wish I could have that much faith in myself. Anyway, I should probably get going. I'm gonna try and hit the library and study a little bit.
At the library? Why not at home? 'Cause that's the place you're supposed to study! Boy, you don't know how to study!
I have a feeling that if I head home, I'll be too distracted by the piano to concentrate.
Well, it's not ideal, but so long as you're focusing on something productive.
Or by video games.
Yeah, you should probably head to the library.
See you tomorrow, Nika-san.
See ya. And take it easy. It won't do you any good if you brick your brain. I love how instead of break, it's brick. Don't get your brain in a brick.
I'll do my best.
I worry for that guy. Maybe I should get going too. Not like I have anything else to do in school. I think I'll at least try to see Keisuke before I leave. I wonder if Keisuke hasn't left already. I tried sending him a message, but just to not run the risk of him heading home before reading, I decided to try and look for him. A few of the juniors look at me weird after I simply popped into their class without a word, but most of them are too busy talking to pay me any attention. Probably discussing today's test just like my classmates are. No sign of Keisuke. Maybe he's really left already. Although I still have one place left that I could check. Club activities are supposed to be postponed for the week, but I really doubt the band members care much about that in the first place. I might not have known them for long, but they didn't seem like a very orderly bunch. I make my way down the stairs and towards the other building where the Light Music Club's room is located. Thanks to the lack of clubs for the week, students are leaving the school en masse as soon as the classes run out. The few that stick around are heading to the library or staying in their homerooms to study. The library must be pretty packed right now. Hopefully June won't have a panic attack in there. Once I reach my destination, I knock on the door and wait for some kind of signal. Oh, the Raven guy! The door opens, a jet black raven appearing on the other side of it. As soon as he sees me, he smiles warmly. Oh god, his voice is tough to do. Ah, it's only you! I was afraid of a faculty member had showed up. A faculty member? Yes, we're not really supposed to be getting together to rehearse or even get together at all, so we're trying to keep it low profile. Low profile, what discuss? Is Keisuke around? I was looking for him. I still have a hard time calling him by his regular name. The habit is much harder to break than I thought it'd be. Oh yes, he's here. Come on in. We were trying to take a break anyway. The whole band is here. Woo! As soon as I walk in, I see the whole band gathered together. Keikun has his back turned toward the door. Whatever. His voice sounds annoyed for some reason, and he gestures quite often as he speaks. Or something?
Oh hey, we have a visitor.
As soon as I walk in, the monkey interrupts Keisuke to loudly announce my arrival, causing all the other band members to notice me as well. Nico, what are you doing here? I thought I'd check in on you before I headed home. Check in on me? Yeah, you went through all that trouble yesterday to try and help me study, only to have to go home right away because I wasn't around. What? That was fine. Showing up without being able to get a hold of you in the first place was already a huge gamble. I suppose that's a fair point. But I do have to say, I'm surprised you're all so relaxed. I thought for sure at least Monkey Boy here would be dejected after the tests.
Why would I even care about that stuff? Important things to do.
Such as
Practicing the guitar, of course.
this guy's priorities are all messed up, and very similar to June's.
Well, I can't say I'm relaxed, but there's no point worrying about it now. Right, Shoko?
The coyote girl nods meekly. At least she didn't hide behind someone as soon as I walked in the room. I suppose that's progress. I'm still surprised someone with a personality like this can be in a band, though. I'm used to helping the band members study. I did the same when Ichigo and I were freshmen, and I helped Karusu after he joined too. But not Shoko-san? Shoko doesn't really need help. She's already a bright student on her own. She even helped Miyu study this year. From the corner of my eye, I see Shoko twiddling her fingers, her eyes falling down to the ground and her face getting a tinge redder. Yeah, it's true. If it weren't for Shoko-chan, I'd have been done for. Miyu, you didn't have to say it like that. Of course, since I joined the band, Kagaho got me to tutor Karusu in his place. That way, each person in the band would only have to tutor one student instead of multiples.
Yeah. Besides, gotta offload the dead weight.
Ichigo laughs, her lighthearted tone betrays her words.
Dead weight?
I will admit, you are a terrible student. You don't even listen most of the time.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. See? This is what I meant by you not listening. Isn't that a little harsh? Don't worry, it's all in good fun.
If you think this is all it takes to get me, then you don't know me well.
He literally doesn't, though. He's only met you, 5 times?
You know what? That's not what I meant.
Do I? Maybe we should go back to discussing our plans. The meek, surprisingly low-pitched female cuts through the lively chatter, suddenly redirecting everyone back to their previous conversation. Right, that's true. Sorry for getting distracted. I should probably go. I feel like I'm just intruding.
Nah, it's fine. We'll just think of it as having our first fan around.
You will? What? I'm blushing. I don't think bands are in the habit of bringing their fans around to rehearsals and meetings, even if they're their firsts.
What? So you want him to leave? Well, sorry, Nico-kun. You heard the man. Off you go.
She cracks a huge Cheshire cat grin, suppressing a giggle as she speaks, her voice nearly breaking a few times from the effort of it. However, she does manage to pull off a convincing performance, and the hare's eyes immediately go wide with horror at her words. Wait, no, that's not what I meant. Oh, that's just cruel, Minazuki. I lean a little closer to her, whispering in her ear while she laughs. Keisuke, can you continue what you were saying before our guest arrived? Right. Yeah, that. Keisuke clears his throat, reaching down with his hands to straighten out his shirt a little before speaking. It's a little habit he has sometimes that I think he doesn't even notice. As I was saying, we need to find a different place to meet up and rehearse.
We need to find a different place to meet up and rehearse during this week. Faculty really doesn't want clubs meeting up during this week. Theoretically, we shouldn't even still have the key to our room. How did you even get in the first place? Oh. The raccoon raises her hand, cheerfully interjecting. Oh, those raccoons. How specious of me.
I told a teacher that Shoko-kun left her personal keyboard in the room and needed my help to pick it up and take it back home.
And that worked? She shrugs, chuckling under her breath.
Sure, why wouldn't it? The students in this school are stupid trusting, way more than the ones in my previous school.
I can see why you moved schools. It's a good thing Shoichi isn't her, otherwise he'd be sputtering in shock at this point. Right, but this is obviously not going to work again, so we need to find a place where we could rehearse. And since we can't just transport some of the instruments there, it'd need to be a place that already has stuff like keyboards and drums. Keisuke, how about you take them to your mansion? Just saying. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's why I was thinking of suggesting Kiyoshi-san's shop. Oh yeah, that too. Forgot about that. He's a chill dude. I'm surprised. I thought you wouldn't want to talk to him after what happened last time. At least for a while. I'm not a child. I'm capable of taking criticism without crumbling. Although I didn't care for the way he worded it. I know some adults that still can't take criticism without crumbling. Wow.
Okay, I just remembered. You had said that right before Nico-kun came over, but... Who's this Kiyoshi?
Right. Gotta remember not everyone knows people by names. He's the owner of the large music store nearby the train station downtown. You know, the one right in front of the Department of Transit.
Wait, you mean Astro Records and Instruments? That wouldn't work. Place rarely ever has openings. Especially with this little notice.
Yeah, I'm afraid I have to agree with Kurusu. That store is great, but it's also huge and one of the most popular in town. I had to book a room with 2 weeks' notice when I was still at junior high.
Oh yeah, I know that place. It's where I bought my electric drum set. The owner is kinda weird, but he's also nice.
Fret not. I know the owner personally, and I'm sure I could get him to squeeze us in this week. Keisuke, you sly devil. Or Keisuke. I keep mispronouncing it.
Wait, you do?
Yeah, he's a friend of my father. He was the one who taught me to play guitar too. This just makes me more and more curious to see how good you are with the guitar. Oh boy, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see him play guitar. Hard pass. Anyway, my point is that getting a room there is going to be a cinch. You say that, but when I went with you to the store, you had to test it out on the store floor because you didn't have any room. That was a fluke. He wasn't going to reschedule a previous customer so I could test out a product for 5 minutes. That's not reasonable. Plus, he wants to see you sing out loud. No offense, but him rescheduling a customer that's been waiting for weeks just because you have personal connections with him isn't really reasonable either. Is what nepotism looks like? So long as you're confident that can work, and I have no objections. That place is top-notch. The installations easily leave our clubroom eating the dust. We'll just have to pool the money together to cover for a week of room rental. Or Keisuke can pay for it all. There's no need. I can cover it just fine, 'cause I am a billionaire.
Dude, we know you're like uber rich or something, but we don't want you to pay our way into things. We're all a band together, so we'll share the burden equally.
I didn't mean...
You're always broke and always need to ask for more time to pay your share.
That's not relevant here. Message us when you get an okay for the room so you can figure out how much we all owe. If all goes well, we can start getting together for rehearsal tomorrow. Alright, so unless there's any other business we need to discuss, then this should be all for today, okay? Or, huh? Whatever it is. Drugs are bad. Gay. Yeah, probably for the best. I still need to help Ichigo study a little more before I'm comfortable letting her take the rest of her tests.
Have to. The Calico pouts, rolling her eyes at the Raven.
I'm afraid we do.
Alright, fine. But you're gonna owe me for this. Buy me a scone or something on the way home.
I get the feeling this conversation of who owes who, who owes whom what is a little backwards here.
Hey, Shoko. Should we hit up the new bakery that opened by the old market? I heard their chocolate croissants. That sounds good. The conversation topic immediately shifts away from the band and back to a much more mundane chatter.
I'm gonna head to Kiyoshi-san's shop right now. Would you like to come with me, Nico?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Wait, does that mean I'm the only one who's gonna be left alone?
Sounds like it.
That's not fair. Can I go with you girls to the bakery?
I don't know. The raccoon smiles, obviously teasing her band. Long, over-exaggerated humming sound, as if she were thinking about it.
No way.
The monkey sulks, his shoulders dropping crestfallen. Or should I say, Cresthaven?
High-fiving myself. I'm sad.
Miyu-chan, that's a little mean.
Sorry, I just wanted to have a little fun. Sure, you can come with.
All right.
Time later. Man, it's good to stretch my legs and finally get out of that cramped school. Ugh, gotta stretch my legs right now. Ugh. That was a good time to stretch and take a sip. I took a sippy sip of my water. Man, it's good to stretch my legs and finally get out of the cramped school. I stretch my arms and shoulder, making sure that everything is still in its right place. There's something about the stress of exams that makes all your limbs feel so heavy, like lead. I know it's the same thing every year, but I'm still not used to the midterms. Wait, or at least for Shoichi. Maybe if you studied once in a while, you'd have an easier time with them. Come on, even you got to know that's not realistic.
Is that so? I thought you were trying to be a little bit more like me.
Not this. Can we pretend Aki never said that? Please?
Oh, why?
I thought it was kind of cute. Cute?
Yeah, you're just cute in general.
What? This entire conversation does not compute.
It's not so bad. You're acting like it's this huge thing when it's really not.
Amusing for you to be saying that, but when I was the one having to say it last night,
well, this is it. When you think about it, that's strange. People change because of their relationships to other people. It's only natural. Like me, for instance, I've also taken inspiration from you for a great many things.
really?
That's news to me.
Like what?
Well, I've been trying to be a little more relaxed and casual. I don't people avoiding me because I'm too strict or uptight. That's actually a pretty good point. And I've also been trying to be a little more open with others as well. Trust me, the last thing I want is to give my friends the impression that I'm keeping them at a distance. That's surprisingly insightful of you. Surprisingly? Have you even met me at all? All I do is obsess about the image I project to other people. Of course, it goes without saying that any pretensions of being taken seriously by you have long since been abandoned. Oh yeah, that ship has sailed a long time ago. Not only has it sailed, it's sunk under the tempestuous, raging waves in a spiraling vortex, leaving hundreds dead in its wake. What? That got really dark really fast. Oh, sorry. What was I trying to say again? Ah, got it. What I mean is, it's okay to take a little bit of inspiration from other people. It's how you grow, really. You shouldn't be embarrassed. I don't know. It feels a little bit embarrassing when the person in question is my boyfriend. Boyfriend. Still, can't say it with a straight face, huh? Give me a break. You've had a lot longer to get used to it than I have. Every time I feel like I might be making a breakthrough, I get a new pang of worry, self-doubt, paranoia, and a little bit of extra worry for spice. My brain is one giant pile of stress and anxiety at this point. That's not good. That's not good at all, actually. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to make him freak out in my steed. I'm sure things will get better soon. It just really hasn't hit me yet. A lot of things have happened all at once lately, and my brain can only handle one major epiphany at a time. If you say so. Great. Now I've passed my paranoia along to him like some kind of emotional flu or something. I really have to learn when to keep my mouth shut. This feels like me when I talk to people. Oh, we're here. Scene change. The place is a lot more packed than the last time we came along. Maybe because of the time of the day? I'm not quite sure. Maybe Mondays just suck so much people need a little bit extra music to get through it? That guess is just as good as any. There he is. Keisuke points behind a row of discs where the lizard Kiyoshi is chatting cheerfully with what seems to be a pair of customers. Is he trying to make a sale? Maybe? I just know there's a lot of pointing towards a few different pianos he has lined up on the corner of the store. You know, I still don't understand why a guy who owns such a successful business still works on the shop floor like a common salesman. Kiyoshi-san just likes dealing with people. I've seen him diffuse annoyed customers a few times. He definitely has a talent for customer service. And the fact that it allows him to work surrounded by dozens of instruments and records and whatnot probably doesn't hurt either. I guess? I just thought since he manages a chain of stores, he'd spend a lot more time working on papers and files and whatnot to manage all of them at once. Kiyoshi-san? Working on files and other important documents? Now that's idea. Is he that bad? From the corner of my eye, I can see the lizard shaking hands with this couple, a big flashy smile on his face. He notices us by the door and waves at us, making his way in our direction. Keisuke is having a stroke too. Everybody's having a stroke today. Look at what I got here. My two favorite people, K-Chan boy and not Alex. I like this guy. Huh? Not Alex? Sorry, kid. I forgot your name. No biggie though, right? Of course it's a biggie. His name is Nico, and he's my closest friend. I mean, closet friend. Anyone? don't just casually forget about him. Don't just casually forget about him that casually.
Also, I already asked you to please stop calling me that. Okay.
Do what do I owe the pleasure of you twosies' visits? Twosies?
I actually wanted to talk about booking a room for band practice at the back.
Oh, does this mean I'm gonna get a chance to watch your band play live at my shop? Dang, kid, that sounds great.
I thought you'd get excited about that.
For sure. I can check my bookings to be sure, but I think I should have some openings for early July.
Reservations. That far?
Yeah, this is a busy time of year. Most musical events and competitions happen around August, so there's a lot of preparing going on.
I was actually hoping you could squeeze us in this week.
What, this week? That's way too short notice.
Bro hurts from doing this voice. Ah! Funny. That's exactly what half your bandmates said. Come on. I'm sure it's not a big deal, right? I'm rich. You've made exceptions for me before. The lizard's usually jovial smile immediately disappears into a frown. He crosses his arms, clicking his tongue and shifting his body weight around from one leg to the other.
You're really killing me here, kid. After the way we left things off the last time we talked to you, have some guts coming over to my shop and demanding favors.
I mean...
Nah, just messing with you, kid. Wanted to make you just wanted to make you sweet a little bit.
He laughs heartedly, giving Keisuke a few very strong looking pats on the back and making the hair jump. Jumping Hairs. That could be a cool name for a band. I wonder if that would be... Is that a real band name, or is Basket trying to make his own band? Still, the sound of the impact from each pant is impressive, actually.
Jesus, I'm not one of your drum sets. You don't need to hit me so hard. Oh, sorry. Got a little excited.
This guy really doesn't act his age, does he? Although, to be fair, he doesn't look to be his age either. Do you play the drums too? I have to admit that Keisuke's comment just now kind of piqued my interest a little bit. Is that really how you spell it? I never knew that. That really piques my interest. Oh, kill me now.
Sure I do, kid. What with me being a former professional drummer and all.
Wait. I remember you saying you used to be a musician, but you're Keisuke's former guitar teacher, I assumed. Right, I didn't tell you that. Kiyoshi-san plays quite a few instruments. Guitar, bass, drums, piano,
the triangle. I'll even teach little kids about music on a cute toy xylophone I have out in the back.
Aw, that's so cute. Wow, that's really impressive.
Nah, not really. When you live your whole life for music, it's only natural that you'd pick up a lot of instruments. I've been playing since I was 8, so I have had a good few decades to learn them.
That's still very impressive. Now I kind of feel inferior for not knowing anything about music. If it makes you feel any better, I know that feeling. I've been through it too.
You know, I could teach you music too if you wanna. I give private lessons every now and again.
Really? I think I could actually be... Before you rush into an agreement without any further consideration, please take a second to imagine just how expensive it would be to take private lessons from a former pro musician and owner of a successful business. How you spell peak? I kept spelling it like P-E... Peaks your interest, like you're peaking in a mountain or something. That is something I never knew. The more you know, then.
Uh-oh. Oh, kid, why do you have to go and ruin the sale like that?
I think I'll pass for now.
Suit yourself.
Either way, maybe we could circle back to what I initially came here to discuss before we got too absorbed in idle conversation. Is there any way you could get us a room?
That's... you do know you're asking a lot from me, right?
Yeah? The lizard shrugs, putting his hand on top of Keisuke's head and ruffling his fur a little.
Alright, just so long as you know. Sure, but I can't really cancel on anyone, so I'll have to keep the store open a little longer for y'all. You'll need to be okay with rehearsing at night.
That's amazing. That's even better than what I hoped.
And as an upside, I won't have any other customers to tend to, so I'll be able to watch y'all.
That's less amazing, but still quite good.
Hey, your words can hurt you too, you know.
They all have a stroke. Every character's having a stroke with his transitions. And who is this person? I'm trying to see, like... They look very androgynous to me. I think they're male. It's just the tank top threw me off. It's like the Nico tank top. I think it's a dude. I could be wrong. Because it's like... The eyes have a little bit of liner to them. So... I'm not sure what voice to give, because if it's a chick, I might do something different. Kiyoshi-san, I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I speak to you? Familiar-looking young... Yep, it's a man. I was right. Kiyoshi-san, can I speak to you? A familiar-looking young man peers at us from behind one of the nearby disc stands. Oh boy, looks like we have another Patreon-exclusive character in here. Well... His fur is a little matted from sweat, and his shirt is almost clinging to his body. I feel called out by this. What the hell has he been doing?
Oh yeah, sure. What do you need?
The lizard immediately switches from his regular persona to a more customer service-oriented one. I have to admit, the change is a bit surprising with how out of nowhere it came. His tone of voice and his body language completely changed. Is he trying to be professional? Didn't know he had it in him. I'm having a bit of a hard time working the bass amp in the room. There's a lot of distortion on the sound and it's glitching out a little. I tried changing the plug, but the lizard frowns, musing the problem to himself for a few seconds.
Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
I'm kidding. Finally, he clicks his tongue and turns to look at us.
Y'all excuse me for a sec. I'll be right back.
Everybody's stroking out. He walks away towards the back of the shop where I assume the practice rooms he books are located. The young man sticks around, his eyes focus solely on Keikun while he twiddles his thumbs awkwardly. So, I don't even know who you are. Is something the matter? The hair doesn't fail to notice the sudden unfamiliar attention. Sorry, I was just wondering. I think I know you. Aren't you the guy who sang during the school festival? I saw the video online. You did? Oh shit, he's busted. Oh no. The boy nods, a sheepish smile forming across his lips. I really liked you guys' performance. I just joined a band myself, but we're still at the stage of trying to mesh with each other and figuring out the dynamics. Ah, yes, I know how that is. It's also hard to create the courage to show people what you can do, especially when you don't know them super well. Part of me wants to interject here and point out that Keikun hasn't even done that much yet. But that would probably be a super cruel and needless thing to do, so I'll just keep my damn mouth shut. The boy nods, his eyes focus solely on Keisuke to the point that I doubt he even notices I'm here. You know, you and your band should sign up for the next competition they're organizing in town. A few big heads in the industry always show up to scout new talent. Could be a chance for you to get your big break. It's what I'm banking on myself. A band competition, huh? Think about it. He's not gonna tell them, is he? Sure. I mean, there are some worries since applications end soon, but you get what I'm saying.
Zekun, I fixed the amp for you.
On's head pops up from the door to the back and he calls out to the boy. Oh, I guess I gotta go now. Can't afford to waste any minutes in my booking. Maybe I'll see you later. He runs off, turning around to wave at us one last time before he goes through the door and disappears from view. Well, that guy is energetic at least. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Still, pretty interesting idea. I didn't know they had band competitions. It's like there's a competition for it in Europe that represents each country with a band of some sort. I'm really plugging Eurovision jokes in here too much. I'm sure if you told your bandmates, they'd all be really interested in taking part. They probably would. I'm worried about. You're worried that they'll want to play? You lost me. Ever since the school festival, Ichigo has been pushing me to step down as manager and play with the band. She's been trying to get me to show them my guitar skills too. Honestly, I don't know why she's so intent on convincing me. If I became a vocalist, that just means she won't sing as much since we would have to share songs. It makes no sense. To be perfectly honest, no one in that band makes any sense, so I don't think it's that outlandish. Well, I guess the Raven isn't all that bad. Pretty no-nonsense for the most part. I know, it's just a headache. I hate pushy people. Why can't they just take no for an answer? Ugh. Why can't they just leave me alone? I give him a few encouraging pats on the back, although definitely not at all like Kiyoshi-san's. Whack! Keisuke flashes me a smile, reaching down to grab my hand and give it a quick squeeze before letting go. I have to admit, he keeps growing more and more on me. You were teasing me earlier about being cute, but you're also pretty cute yourself when you let your guard down. I suppose I might have my moments.
Oh, I'm back. Sorry about that. Where were we?
Kiyoshi-san returns from his magical trip to fix whatever electronic issues he was having out back. Sounds like my dad, who's an electrical engineer, so he's always fixing electrical stuff. Anyway, right. So, since you already agreed you'd let us use the room, how much are you going to charge us? And how long can we use it for? I assume your usual going rate isn't going to cover staying late.
It'll be fine. I'm just doing this as a favor for y'all. I know you'd never accept charity, so I'll still charge you, but I don't have any need to go above my regular price.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that? We'd all be willing to pay if you did. He waves Keikun off, chortling loudly.
Kid, I'm not interested in your money. Keep it. If I can help you with your band, then I'm already a happy camper.
Okay then. I'll text them to tell them how much it will cost for each person. What about times?
Well, store usually closes at 8 p.m., but it's not like I have anywhere to be after that. If y'all want to use the rooms until 10, it'd be fine by me.
2 whole hours? That's... Wow, I
don't know what to say.
That's pretty good considering we're in the middle of midterm week. They might even have trouble finding time for all of that. Nah, trust me, they'll all be very excited about it too. They'd sooner lose study than rehearsal. They're kind of amazing like that. But that's a bad thing. Surely even you can see how that's a bad thing, right?
You know, signing up for the next band.
Uh-huh. What band competition? Never heard of it.
Oh wow, that boy said the same thing. I could see the discomfort immediately taking over Keisuke's facial expression. It's funny how easily and quickly he went from one extreme emotion to the other.
Oh, so he told you about it already. That's good. I'm gonna be the one that sponsors this year, and it's one of the biggest competitions in the region, so you should consider it.
Yeah, I've been made aware. Well, not aware of the part about you being a sponsor, but still.
You could at least bring it up with them. I'm sure they'd all find it a great opportunity.
I know.
I don't know what's going on in that head of yours this time, but you worry too much, kid. It's always something with you. Give yourself a break every now and again. You're too young to be this stressed out. Gonna develop an ulcer, you will.
Gonna develop an ulcer, you will. Now that's a future to look up to.
I do the same thing he did just a little bit ago, reaching for Keisuke's hand and giving it a slight squeeze. He squeezes it back right away before letting go and recomposing himself. Aww, we're being romantic.
Well, I guess everything's settled. I appreciate you going so far to help us. I promise I'll find a way to make it up to you, Kiyoshi-san.
It's not big, kid. It's not a biggie, kid. That's what family's for.
But we're not— Ow! My leg!
I elbow him hard on the side to get him to stop before he can say something incredibly hurtful by accident. Just learn to read between the lines at times, man.
Whoa, no. Seems he's knocked some air out of you. You need to sit down or something?
I'll be fine. I think we should be on our way anyway. I need to tell everyone about our arrangements and then get some studying done before the end of the day.
Oh yeah, that's fair. You're still a student, so you need to take it seriously. Okay then, I'll see you tomorrow.
See you later, Kiyoshi-san.
Sorry, I was just thinking what if I tried to sing that song that Keisuke sang? Because I know Basket really wanted to find somebody else to sing it. I'm might as well give it a shot. But I need to have the instrumentals and the lyrics. I think I have the lyrics. I just need the instruments. But yeah, my voice is pretty deep. I don't know if it would fit a rock voice. Maybe my brother's would be better, but I ain't gonna drag my brother into this. This would be the last thing he'd want to do. As soon as we are out of the store and down the street, Keisuke lets out a loud sigh. That worked out better than expected, right? I tried to somehow cheer him up. I don't know why he's upset, but it's pretty obvious when he's upset about something. I suppose so. Then why do you look so down about it? You gotta be up.
Don't get me wrong. I'm happy when we got the room to practice, but I just know having Kiyoshi-san hovering over us while we practice is going to turn into a really big headache really fast.
I'm sure he can't be that bad.
I hope not, but if he when he was teaching me, we're probably going to be in trouble. Which reminds me, I should probably make sure we don't have any ashtrays or other small objects in throwing range when we... That fact that that's something that even needs to be considered greatly worries me. Anyway, rambling so much. I really should stop complaining that often. It's... Well, I won't say it's fine, but you shouldn't worry all that much about it. Well, I'm not just going to forget what you guys said. It's something I need to be a little more on the lookout for so I don't annoy everything with my complaining. I think you're taking this a little too seriously. I don't know. Just something to think about. Anyway, I've taken far too much of your time already, and I do need to get home and study a little bit.
Don't be ridiculous. I enjoy spending time with you. You're not taking up anything. I appreciate that. I really do. Once midterms are over, I'll make sure to take us both on a real date. You don't have to worry about that sort of thing. It's only natural for me to want to. No, it's not it's something I'm obsessing over either. You could just go into his house and you see on his room like the clipboard, like the corkboard with all the pins and everything for the perfect date. Oh my god, I can totally see that. I know. It's just a little bit embarrassing to hear it said out loud. That's part of the reason why I said it. Teasing you is just so fun. Just don't complain if I end up biting you in response. Easy there, Lugosi. Who says I wouldn't like that? Who says I wouldn't like that? What? I'm just kidding. Don't worry. I'll say... Or am I? Oh my god, it's that meme. Just kidding. Unless... The hare winks at me, sporting a mischievous grin. The whole gesture causes my brain to overheat to never before seen proportions. I covering my mouth with my hand and feeling my face growing ridiculously hot. I don't even know how to respond to that. You're really cute when you're embarrassed, but I do have to leave. See you later, Nico. Bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye. Keisuke walks away and disappears into the masses of people walking around the streets. Most likely, he already had a car waiting for him somewhere nearby. Or he got kidnapped! Dun dun! I'm kidding. I'm really getting completely toyed with by a junior. I really can't let this continue. I absolutely refuse to just let him take the lead in our relationship. Jesus, take the wheel. Hold on to that. I need to find a way to fight back somehow. I'm going to plan the ultimate date. Or, never mind. But for now, I'm just going to head home and try to relax a little bit. And here we are. The final day in the update, according to, I think it may have been Keibu who said it. Keibu, I think, said there was 3 days instead of 2 this time. Oh no, it's freezing! Don't freeze! Yes, keep going. Keep working, yes. Anyway, it is finally the end of exam week. The mood inside the classroom as gloomy as can be. And bye Tanua. I'm going to take my final sip of water and plow through day 25. So the mood inside the classroom as gloomy as can be. Most students either left silently or just hung around hunched over their desks and contemplating their mistakes in life. That's me. Why must I be in such a rut right now? Anyway, here's June, redeciding his whole life decisions. Right next to me is one such student. You don't look too good. You don't look so good.
Nico-san, I don't feel so good.
Oh my god.
I'm fine.
Seriously, you look a little pale and you have bags under your eyes. Have you been sleeping at all?
Probably not as much as I should.
I know this goes without saying, but you do know there's no point in getting good grades if you're dead from it, right? Joke's on you. I'm dead and I still got mediocre grades. Yeah. Sad. Anyway,
Now you're just being dramatic.
June tries to stand, but his legs start to wobble and he falls back into his chair. Be careful, my June boy. Jesus, are you alright?
Yeah, I just got up too fast. Iron deficiency. It made me lightheaded. And I'm also kinda really hungry.
Like I said, iron deficiency. Please tell me you've been eating right.
Food? What's that?
Come on, June, don't do this sort of thing.
I'll be fine. I just need to rest a little bit. I was kind of considering going to the music room to practice a little before heading home, but I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Right. Go home, eat food. Don't starve yourself, June. It'd be... It very much wouldn't. Or it very much wouldn't. Do I need to carry you home in order for you to be responsible?
No, I can head home myself. It's fine.
And are you actually going to eat and then sleep? Or are you going to go to your piano and start being an idiot?
I promise I'll take care of myself. I'm just a little tired because this week was really rough. I'm not very good at studying, especially on my own. And then seeing the lack of results just puts me so much stress on me that I kind of crumble.
Jude, that's me. That is so me.
It gives me this weird sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach, as if it were twisting himself into knots.
None of that sounds good at all. You better go home right away. I really don't want you wandering around the school when you're like this.
Don't worry. I really don't like feeling so tired. I mean, I got a little bit of extra money, a little bit of extra energy when I reached that good stage of sleep deprivation where you start to see spots and feel really energetic.
Oh god. Oh, why is this such a common thing in school?
But that was last night, and it's already gone now. Now I'm just seeing spots and I'm dead inside.
How can you call that good? This tiger really worries me sometimes. Just go home already. Please. I'll call you a taxi if I need to. I don't know if I want you walking home like this.
I'll be fine. Seriously. I can take care of myself.
Are you sure? Because from the way you're talking, I get the feeling you'd be hit by a car. Do not pull a Nekajishi on me. I swear to God.
I'm not that tired. I can still pay attention when crossing the road.
For some reason, I'm not sure if I believe it. But it's not like I can force him to do something either. And he did say he already intends to go straight home. Oh god, my eyes. Ugh, how can someone put themselves in this kind of situation? Fine. I'll let it slide this time. But if something like this happens again, I am dragging you to the doctor's office by the hand and forcing you to sleep there. Got it?
Yeah, got it.
June quickly shoves his things haphazardly inside his bag and picks it up. This time, he gets up on his feet much more slowly and carefully. He taps his feet on the ground a few times, almost as if he were testing something.
Alright, no other problems. Good as new.
You're most definitely not good as new.
Good as mediocre? I'll talk to you later, Nico-san. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too. As he's leaving, it occurs to me that it occurs to me that the didn't say a word about his performance on the exams. I really hope all that effort and terrible sleeping and eating habits weren't for nothing. I think I'm gonna try checking up on the others. Keisuke is probably going to be meeting up with his band members from now until the time when they go to the music store to rehearse. I kind of feel like I'd be in the way, so I'd rather not. A few minutes later, I've messaged Saya and Shoichi, wanting to talk to the two of them and to see how they went with their tests. Saya messaged me back less than a minute later saying we could talk for a bit before she had to leave for a shift at the diner. I quickly spot Saya sitting at her desk and talking to Shoichi, who is standing right in front of her. Or next to her. Saya standing in front of Shoichi. Oh, hey there. I didn't know you were gonna be here too, Shoichi. You didn't even read the message I sent you. You sent me a message? Sorry, I had my phone turned off, so I didn't know. What are you doing here? He's been coming to my classroom every day for the past week, so we can talk about the exams and compare answers. Oh, I didn't know that. How come you didn't invite me? I feel so left out. I would have, but you refused to keep studying with me, so I didn't think you'd be all too interested in spending your free time after class doing more studying. It's more like reviewing instead of studying, but he's still got a point. Sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. It's alright. Don't have to take it so seriously. How did you two do, by the way? I just tried talking to June before he went home, and he was a mess, to put it lightly. Yeah, I know. I kinda ran into him being all zombie-like this morning. I saw him nearly walk straight into a column. Oh. I really shouldn't have let him go home on his own. Hopefully he'll have done at least passably well. As in, getting the bare minimum to pass? I don't think I can really ask for much more than that. That's a fair point. It's kinda sad how low our expectations are at this point. And by the way, a little birdie told me about a little secret. Oh no.
Shoichi, what the hell did you tell her? What? Why do you immediately think it's me? You don't even know what she's going to say.
Because whenever something like this happens, you're usually the one blabbing to her so she can make fun of me. So, there's some really hot gossip growing around the school chat. You'd be spending a lot of time droning around the light music club. Oh no, their secret is out. Please don't tell me they've been saying you're interested in Ichigo-chan. Whew, thank God. Yes, you're my decoy.
What? Whoa, is this true?
Of course it's not true. Who the hell told you that? Really? I heard it from one of the girls in my class. Was it Ichigo? Why are the girls in your class gossiping about me? I don't go to this class. Yeah, but Ichigo-chan does. Wait, really? You didn't know that? Of course not. Why would I ever need to know that? So you're really not interested in Ichigo-chan? Not beyond an anthropological level. No. Aw, that's a bummer. Bummer? Why are you getting so invested in something that doesn't even concern you? Let alone with absolutely zero confirmation. Dare I ask why exactly? It's just that it would have been the first time you've ever been interested in a girl, so I got excited for a second. Ichan too.
wait, Ichan too, so it'd be nice if she became part of our group. Ichan? Does anyone even call her that? Is that even Japanese? Please spare me this kind of thing. I have no interest in her. Oh. And here I thought that it could explain why you've been hanging out with Urashihara so much. I'm pretty sure the most simple explanation for that is because I want to hang out with him. So you've just been hanging around the band because you wanted to spend time with Kei-chan? Of course. Why would you even think I'd have another reason? Another reason. Well, I just thought he wouldn't have the free time for that anymore after the festival. Guess nothing came out of his confession. Busted! I am immediately reminded something critical that I had forgotten. Uh-oh, I want some more. Saya already knew Keisuke planned to confess to someone, so me spending so much time with him, especially after the date of when he told her he was going to confess, she could end figuring it out thanks to that. Confession? Whose confession? Urashihara? To whom? Shoichi, no! Don't break his heart! Whoa, calm down there and breathe a little. What's gone into you? I could see the gears turning inside Shoichi's head. I already thought that he'd gotten a little suspicious from the way he was acting when he ran into Keisuke at my place on Sunday. You said Urashihara was going to confess to someone? I didn't even know he had feelings for someone like that. Who was he confessing to? Oh boy, we're gonna break his heart. I hate this. I don't know. Believe me, I tried to get him to tell me, but he said he just wanted me to help him come up with the words to say without me knowing who he was saying them to. And I really wanted to know because it got me really curious. I don't think it's nice to pry into our friends' lives like that. Don't you guys agree? Boo, you're so boring sometimes. Just let me have fun. Right. Besides, nothing probably came off of it, otherwise we'd have been told by now. Right? I'm sure hope so, but Kei-chan can be really good at keeping secrets if he wants to. No kidding. Oh man, Shuichi's definitely suspicious. If he hasn't figured it out, it's just because he thinks there's no way something like that could happen. But he's shooting me weird looks every now and again that make my skin crawl. It definitely seems like he's onto something. Anyway, we came here to talk about the exams, right? How'd you guys fare? I just realized we kind of skipped that question. Oh, right. I went well, I suppose. I had a little bit of trouble with the world literature portion, but other than that, it was mostly fine. I kinda skipped the syllabus for that one because I got lazy. Wow, and you have the guts to look at me in the eye and say that I don't study? But you don't! I think I went fine for the most part. Social studies is probably going to be my best grade though. Really? I thought you hated social studies. What makes you so confident? It was the one time Shoichi came over. Nico studied with me for a bit on Sunday. It helped me so much it clicked in my head and the whole subject made a lot more sense after. I really don't like subjects like that in general though, especially sociology and philosophy. Everything is so objective. I really prefer things to be a bit more set in stone. What did you expect from a subject that is basically the mad ramblings of a bunch of dead old dudes from 5,000 years ago or something? The ancient Greeks are from 330 BC. Are you sure? Then what was it that happened 5,000 years ago? I don't know. A lot of things probably. Just not the ancient Greek philosophers. I think 5,000 years ago was around the time the ancient Egypt began developing. Ah, that's true. I forgot about that one. Oh no, my dad's gonna kill me for that! No, I'm kidding. Ugh, I hate history. Too many dates to memorize. You hate anything that makes you use your head. Not entirely wrong.
What about you, Nico-kun? How did you think you did on the test? I probably did fine. Not great, but well enough to maintain my point average. Your point average is already stupidly high for someone that puts in no effort whatsoever. Aw, thank you. That wasn't a compliment. That was consternation. Jesus Christ, using these SAT words, Shoichi. I appreciate both. Hey, at least clubs will start operating again next week. I'm really itching to start practicing again. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. No, this is gonna hurt. Oh, this is so sad. Shoichi's not gonna have a club to go back to because he's gonna quit because of his dad. Damn, I'm sorry. I totally forgot. It's fine. I have to get used to it sooner rather than later anyway. Or you can pull what I did and once I stop playing volleyball, just completely do nothing in my free time other than this. Yeah. I'm not salty. Did something happen? Come on, Nico-kun. It's hard to stand up for you when you keep forgetting things like this. I'm gonna announce my retirement. I'm gonna announce my retirement to the volleyball club. Jesus Christ, it skipped so fast. I'm gonna announce my retirement to the volleyball club next week. I'll announce who will be the club's new captain, and then that's it for my volleyball career. This is so sad. Ah! Oh, I'm so sorry, Shoichi. It'll be fine. It's not like it's the end of the world, right? It's just volleyball. This is making me so sad! I'm mostly just going to miss having the frequent exercise and getting to spend time with the team. Other than that, it's not a big deal. If you say so. I do, so cheer up. I don't want to see you looking so sad. It's just a high school club. It's not going to matter in 5 or 10 years. I guess that's one way to look at it. A way that I really can't bring myself to agree with, but at the end of the day, Shuichi's feelings for volleyball are his own. If you can see it as just as a fun little hobby, then that's his thing. I could never think that way about tennis. Even if I've spent the past few years running away from it, it just doesn't click in my head. I'm really sorry to cut out conversation short, but I kinda need to run, otherwise I'll be late for my shift. Oh, excuse me. Sure, run along. I have other things I need to do anyway. You do? Yeah. Gonna swing by the student council room, work on expediting a few documents so there will be one less thing to worry about next week. Pretty easy stuff. Just don't go overworking yourself. Huh, I wouldn't do something like that. You have my word. Alright, see you boys later. Have a good shift. And then there was the two of us. She grabs and bag and almost literally runs out the door, slamming it loudly behind her. That girl is way too full of enthusiasm. I should probably get going too. The sooner I get my work done, the sooner I get to have home and relax. Right. Shoichi walks to the door, his bag hanging from his shoulder and swaying with every step. I watch his tail drooping between his legs. This is so sad. Why can't we just have him keep playing? For some reason, my chest feels a little bit tight. Hey, Shoichi. Yes? You'd tell me if there's anything going on with you, right? This hurts so much. He's not gonna tell us. God, this is such a bad conflict. Huh? What kind of question is that? Just, if you were down or upset or anything bad was going on. You'd let me know, right? Of course. You'll be the first one I'd tell. Do you promise? Yes, I promise. What, do you want me to pinky swear it too like we're back in 5th grade? No. I was just thinking some stuff and wanted to make sure. That's all. Sheesh, don't be such a weird. I'll talk to you later. See ya. No, don't go. I'm gonna mourn my precious husky now. I'll join with you. And Never Hunter is never too late. We are still at the beginning of day 25, the final day. Anyway, for some reason, I don't feel so good. Thanos just snapped. I kind of want to go home right now. No, I have to shake this weird feeling off. I still want to meet up with Keisuke. I did promise we'd see each other on Friday after the tests. And maybe we can make plans for that date he said he wanted to take me to. Or for that date he said he wanted to take me to. It's a little embarrassing to be looking forward to this kind of stuff. God, it's so weird to think that I have feelings for someone, much less a guy. My life is turning out so weird lately. Here's the band. Look at them all, so precious. I make my way downtown, walking fast. Hours passed and I'm homebound to the band's club room, but as soon as I reach the hallway, I find them all gathered in front of the room, sitting and standing around chatting. Ah, Nico, there you are. There who is where? Brain don't work right now.
I was wondering if you were going to show up. You were expecting me?
You've kind of been showing up out of the blue a lot of the time, so we kind of started to expect you at this point.
Come on, it hasn't been that often. Maybe a handful of times at the most. It's alright. You shouldn't be embarrassed or self-conscious about it. It's nice to have a friendly face that isn't necessarily a band member.
I thought that was already K-Chan's job.
Hysterical.
Are you guys going to go to the store to rehearse again today?
Yeah, but that's a few hours away still. We're all going to head home before we go for it.
Really? I thought you'd all head there together from school.
Are you kidding? Rehearsal starts at 8 p.m. There's no way we'd hang around together doing nothing for 4 hours just so we could head there together.
It's not very efficient.
Or smart.
Okay, I get it. I'm stupid.
No one said that.
So what are you guys doing here right now then?
We were just celebrating the end of the exams and how we all got through it in one piece. Some more than others.
The monkey sighs, leaning back against the wall.
My parents are going to really get on my ass if I don't score high enough on this, or enough in these.
I did tell you to study. I tried to help you study. You wanted nothing to do with it.
You could have pushed me a little more, you know. Been more insistent.
What am I, your mother?
You certainly look very young for your age, miss.
Go to hell.
We were all about to head home anyway, so if you want to, you can already pick K-Chan up.
Please stop calling me that. I've asked you multiple times. Everyone, just make sure you're all on time. Even if we're sharing the cost 6 ways, that soundproof rooms are still very expensive, so I'd rather not waste any time.
Yeah, Kurusu.
I told you I was helping an old lady cross the street.
You're always helping someone. Always end up being late.
I'm not gonna give up on my basic decency just to save some time. Alright, we'll disband for now.
Disband?
See you all at 8 p.m. Cheers.
Gotcha. Bye-bye.
See you in a few.
Bye! The band members all go on their ways, heading in different directions down the hallway. I suppose some of them might still have business in the building?
I have to admit, part of me was expecting you to head straight home after school. I considered it, but I thought you might want to see me. Yeah, you thought right. Keisuke takes a quick step towards me, and before I can react, plants a quick peck on my cheek before nuzzling against my neck. Aw, so cute. Whoa. We're in public. Don't worry, everyone's already left. He gives me another kiss, this time on my neck, before stepping away again. That's just my way of telling you I missed you this week. I missed you too. You look so cute when you're red. I object to this entire conversation. You love saying that, don't you? Maybe. I'll admit, I'm happy you came over, even if we might not have that much time together. We won't? Sadly, we won't. I need to go home. My father wanted me home straight away once tests were finished so we could talk about my academics or something like that. That sounds like a pain in the ass. It could be worse. For better or worse, I'm used to it. It was one of his demands if I wanted to be allowed to go to this school. You had to be allowed to go here? Yeah. I know this is a really good school and all, but do you really think someone of my birth would usually go to a place like this? I guess I always wondered about that a little bit. It's not like he's mentioned it like 3 times now. I had my own reasons for wanting to go here, but that went against my father and grandmother's plans, so it was a lot of struggle to get them to agree with it. Of course, that came with several strings attached. One of them is that I always have to keep them updated on my studies, and that I study a lot at home to make up for the deficiencies of lower grade education. Just saying that out loud already has me annoyed. I never knew about that. I mean, I guess I never asked, so it's only fair that he didn't tell me, but still. I did always think it was a little strange for someone coming from such a rich family would be in the school. It is a private school and all, and a very prestigious one at that, but far from the sort of place I'd imagine the son of a worldwide company CEO to attend. The private high school that is right across the street from my regular high school is actually probably a place you would see CEOs, children's, and the sons of famous celebrities go to, such as Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith actually went to the high school that was across my street. It was very interesting. Yeah. They were good at every sport except volleyball. We would always just destroy them in volleyball, and they barely would have a team. It was sad. Anyway, why did you even choose to come to this school anyway? It's a bit... Alright, I'll tell you. Just... don't laugh at me, okay? Okay. Just remember I cheered you up when Aki was making fun of you about wanting to be more like me. Remember I didn't make fun of you or anything. Yes, I remember that. Just spill the beans already. Right, sorry, I'm rambling. So, back when I was graduating from junior high, I was still very much an unknown player. I wasn't even getting considered particularly strong in the prefecture, let alone the region of or the country. And back then, there was this player I really admired a lot. I loved watching his matches. I thought his confidence was magnetic. I'd admired him for years, really. You'd see where I'm going with this, right? Oh, wait. You came to our school for me? Of course, dummy! That's the whole entire plot of his plot line. Are you going to be creeped out if I say yes? Yes, no, I'm kidding. Maybe just a little bit. Still, I'm actually kind of flattered. You acted like you had no idea who I was when you first joined the tennis club, though. Of course I did. Do you have any idea how embarrassing it would be if I joined the club and immediately started gushing over you? How uncool would that be?
I don't know. We might have started hanging out earlier if it wasn't for that.
Maybe. But I have to say, I don't regret having our relationship take the trajectory it took. I'm happy with where we are now, even if it's just at the very start.
You're really sappy today, aren't you? I guess in a way, I've been interested in you from the very start. Just not always romantically. Oh man, I don't really know how to react to this. I just wish I could say the same, but I had no idea who you were when we first met.
I wouldn't have expected you to know.
One thing that I always liked when I watched you play is how you always seemed really humble, and yet above everything at the same time. Like, you didn't look down on other players, but you didn't really feel obligated to act super chummy with them just for the sake of keeping a good image. You've always been really unapologetically you. That's something I really respect. It's definitely gotten me in trouble its fair share of times, though.
Yeah, I bet it did.
Anyway, I really need to get going now. I'll try to text you before rehearsal. Okay, hopefully you'll have a good day still. I got to see and talk to you. It's alright, a pretty good one. You're a flatterer, aren't you? I try. Keisuke grabs my hand, giving it a quick, gentle squeeze. I'll see you later. Aww. Keisuke walks down the hallway, disappearing from when he turns the corner to go down the stairs. I watch him go with a big, goofy smile on my face. Leaning against the hallway window, I stare at the campus grounds, watching to see when he leaves the building. I watch his tiny little figure downstairs, making its way out of the campus while idly touching the spot on my neck that he had kissed. I have butterflies in my stomach. This is such a nice feeling to have. No wonder Saichan was excited at the idea of me falling for someone. I guess it just didn't work out the way she thought it would. No! That's it? You freaking kidding me! You gotta be freaking kidding me! Boo, you suck! Okay. We want more romantic stuff, says Wolfstar. And Akira... oh, if I can't... K-word. Shoichi's father, Keisuke's grandmother. I gotta kidnap 3 of these boys so they don't have to be involved with these pricks. Aw. Every kiss begins with K, dude. That is the title of one of my previous videos for Keisuke's Root. Or Keisuke's Root. I keep messing it up still. Hey guys, hope you all enjoyed this demo of Tennis Ace. Now the game is over. Good job. The end. As you guys may or may not already know, all development in Tennis Ace is possible thanks to all my amazing patrons and other supporters who make it possible for me to dedicate the time to work on the game, as well as commission the art for it. If you haven't already, and if you're able, maybe you could consider help to support us too. Just click here, and you'll be taken to our Patreon. Oh, it even has a link. That's nice. Once again, thank you all, and we'll see each other with the next demo. Or thank you all, and we'll see each other with the next demo. Bye, Keisuke Cheeb. Bye, Chibi of Keisuke. Well, that is a nice way to end things, though. At least this one ended on a nice note. Unlike Shoichi's. So, yeah. Interesting update. The only new thing we got was the background, but... oh well, I really like the story writing in this update. Like, people keep saying, like, oh, Keisuke's their least favorite, even though it's not, like, Keisuke's badly written. They're just like, oh, out of the 3, it's like, people really love Jun and Shoichi a lot, but yeah, Keisuke always gets thrown to the dust, but his story is like really starting to get better as it goes on, so it just feels like the more you get into him, the more you start to like get some good development out of him. Yeah. Because before it was just like, okay, yeah, it's just a rich guy. It's like, oh, it's the rich boyfriend story. But now it's like you're genuinely kind of getting to know him as a person and just kind of his personal motives and, like, you know, inspirations and all. There are 3 new CGs in the prologue. Oh yes, I was told about this and saw some previews on Twitter. That is gonna be exciting. Oh, wrong thing. Let me see if it's in the gallery, like, blank. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah! Sorry. No. Do not go to page 4. So it's probably these 3 here. It's probably gonna be like, bam, Shoichi in the locker. Bam, Keisuke here. Bam, June doing something with the piano. And yeah. It's okay, update. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. I felt like I didn't have to be like, it was one of those where it felt just right to me. Like, it didn't have to be such a big fiasco, because it's more, yeah, like some days are gonna be more of bridge type of days where they kind of bridge you to the next big events. And this one kind of made the best of that, because we had to get through the finals week, because everybody came together for finals week in their roots. So, yeah. That's really it for this episode. I don't really have much else to say other than I have a Patreon if anybody wants to support it. I mean, you really don't feel obligated to do it, but I'm just saying, like, if anybody's ever wanted to support me, or you know, make more money so I can maybe take a few more shifts off to make videos or whatnot, then kind of the place to do it. Yeah, I mean, we also saw Basket's Patreon, and yeah, I might try and do something different for a new video I upload. Not sure about that. Like I said, I did kind of hint at what it was gonna be about throughout the video, but yeah, it's not too much other than that going on for me. Just enjoy my winter break and all. So I may or may not be back streaming again until after Christmas, so thank you guys so much for watching and being supportive. And once again, follow Tuition on Twitter if you like his art and all that. Like, great person, having some rough times, but yeah, person definitely is somebody that deserves the love. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, take care, guys.